Story time, and this was my first experience at Chuck E. Cheese. I was 14 or 15 years old at the time. I was living in Lawrence at a group home, and I had seen the commercials on TV of Chuck E. Cheese. It looked so exciting, and so we went as a group, and I did have fun. But then, as we're leaving, we're going out into the parking lot, and we had taken a van. That's what they use for transportation, and the door was open, and I put the front door was open too, and I put my hand up on the frame of the front door, and people were getting in front of me, getting into their seat, and I was waiting my turn. And one of the kids was riding in the front. He gets in and he shuts the door and he locks it right on my finger. It caught one of my fingers, just one, this one. Anyway, so I'm sitting there pounding on the door saying, open it up, like that. And he tries to open it up, but he forgot that he actually locked the door because he just shut it, locked it. And so anyway, then he unlocks it, he opens up the door, and I'm holding my finger, and there's a hole in it, and it's squirting out blood. Okay, and so, I mean, pain was terrible. And later on, I looked at the van, a couple days later, and you know that there's only a gap like this? My finger fit into that little gap. Anyway, they took me into the bathroom. We went back into Chuck E. Cheese and went to the bathroom, and they got the blood to stop and everything. And so then we came home or back to the group home, and they gave me some like Tylenol or something. I wish I would have had something stronger for that, because I'm telling you, the pain shot down my arm. Anyway, the next day, it was feeling a little bit better, but then they told me some terrible news that, Malcolm, you're going to lose your fingernail. And I'm going like, what? Why? And they said, because you damaged the wick part of your nail. And I'm going like, oh, no. That's going to look so strange. And they say, oh, grow it back, but it will take some time. And they weren't kidding on that. But anyway, as it started to fall off, I actually took tape and put it onto my finger and was trying to keep it. I thought maybe it would grow back, it would hold on. And no, it just kept coming off more and more. And then finally it was hanging by a piece of skin, and everybody kept saying, let me pull that off. And I'm going like, no, we're just going to let it fall off naturally. And I was playing pool, and as I hit the balls, my finger hit the table and it popped off. Anyway, underneath your fingernail, I don't know if you've ever had the experience of losing a fingernail or a toenail. It stinks really bad. And it took about a year before it finally grew all the way back. It grew in thick for some reason, thicker than all the rest of them. Now it's normal. It's completely normal now. But there was a bubble in there where it didn't touch my skin, and that took a couple of years before that bubble eventually got worked up to the end. So anyway, that was one reason why I went to Chuck E. Cheese last year and took the kids for the very first time. I had never been back to Chuck E. Cheese. So last year I took Peyton and Carrie for their birthday back to Chuck E. Cheese, and part of it was because of my bad experience, that I wanted to have a good experience again. But plus I wanted them to have fun, and it was fun. Chuck E. Cheese I thought was a great place to have a birthday. And so anyway, that is my story of the first time I went to Chuck E. Cheese. It did not turn out the way I wanted. All right, thank you for watching. You guys have a good one, and God bless.